Hi friends, this is Arshad Jagidar, working as one of the faculty in Department of Civil Engineering of CKAV Institute of Engineering and Technology. I am back with another video on civil engineering. One of the topic today I have selected is what are the different type of loads applied on the beam, or what are the different action applied on the beams. We already studied in the last video what are the different type of beams used in the constructions. Now today we are looking at what are the different type of loads or action applied on the beams one by one. So there are different type of loads applied on the beams. We have listed some of the loads here. The first type of load applied on the beam is point load or concentrated. Either it is called as a point load or a concentrated load. Second type of load applied on the beam is uniformly distributed load. In short, it is written as UDL. And the third type of load applied on the beam is uniformly varying load. In short, it is written as UVL. And the fourth type of load applied on the beam is couple moment or moment of a couple. Now we will explain what are the different type of loads applied one by one. Let us first have a look at what are the different type of point loads or concentrated load applied. I have explained with one simple figure. Assume that there is a simply supported beam which is simply supported D ends A and B carrying with 2 point loads P1 and P2 are the 2 point loads applied on the beams. Now how this point load is defined as? Point load is a load which is acting at any one point on a beam. The point load is a load which is acting at any one point on a length of beam with different magnitudes. Here P1 and P2 are the 2 magnitude of the point loads applied on this much length of a beam. P1 and P2 are the point loads. In a similar way, you have the second type of load which is applied on the beam is uniformly distributed load. What is the definition of this uniformly distributed load? The load which is uniformly distributed on a certain length of a beam or on the entire length of a beam. That type of load is known as uniformly distributed load. And this UDL is always act like a rectangular load. And the UDL is always act like a rectangular load or a member load. Here I can explain this uniform distributed load with the diagram. Look at here. Again, let us take a simply supported beam. At the ends, simple supports are provided, A and B, carrying with UDL. Here the intensity of UDL is measured as W per unit length or load per unit length. Now if you look at this, UDL is applied on the total length of a beam. L is the total length of a beam and the total UDL is applied on the length of a beam. Now for getting support reaction for this kind of beam applied with UDL, we need to convert that UDL into its single point load, or we can convert the concentrated load of this UDL into its single point load by just calculating its area. Here we know how to calculate the area of a rectangle. The breadth into height is the area of a rectangle. Here the breadth of the beam is L and the height of the beam is W. W is the intensity of load applied and length is a L. So W into L gives the point load of UDL. Where exactly the point load of UDL is acting? The point load of UDL is acting exactly at the center of this UDL. Where on whatever length UDL is covered, take that center and show the point load at the center of that UDL with an intensity of with a magnitude of W into L. Here W into L shows what? The entire weight of this UDL or entire load of UDL. W into L is the point load of complete UDL. Where exactly that is acting? That is acting at a center of this length. At the center of this length. So now I will explain the third one, that is uniformly varying load. Uniformly varying load is, why it is called a uniformly varying load? Like in case of UDL, the intensity of load is distributed uniformly throughout the total length of a beam or on a certain length of a beam. But in case of uniformly varying load, name itself indicates the load which is uniformly varying from one end to next end of the beam, that load is known as uniformly varying load. In short, it is called as UVL. Now I will show that one of the example for UVL with a simple diagram. Let us take here again a simple supported beam carrying with a triangular load. carrying a triangular load where the intensity of this load, triangular load, varies from minimum to maximum. Minimum to maximum. Here also the intensity is measured in W per unit length or load per unit length. Assume that the total length of this UVL is L. A and B are the two supporting points for the beam applied with uniformly varying load. This is one of the example of uniformly varying load, where what it says, the load which is uniformly varying from one end to next end. Now if you look at on this beam, the load intensity at this point is 0 and it go on increases up to this point, up to this B point. The highest intensity of this UVL is W per unit length and the lowest intensity at A is 0. So if it varies from end to end, that type of load is called as uniformly varying load. In short, it is known as UVL. Now for simpler calculation of support reactions, we can convert this triangular load or the UVL into its single point load. Now I will tell you how to convert this triangular load into its single point load. Now we know that this shape is like triangle in shape, right angle triangle, and we have to get the area of this triangle using half base into height. What is base of this triangle? L. And what is the highest intensity of the triangle? W. If you calculate half base into height, that gives single point load of the UVL or the entire weight of the triangular load, which is acting at 1/3 distance from 90-degree angle. Wherever the angle of a triangle is 90 degree, from there the point load is acting. Suppose here the angle of a triangle is 90 degree. From there the point load is acting at a distance of 1/3 of base. Here the base of the triangle is L and 1/3 of base is from here where the angle is 90. Remaining distance of this point load from the other end is taken as 2/3 of base. L by 3 plus 2L by 3 gives total length of the beam. So here remember how wherever the angle of a triangle is 90 degree, from there the point load is located at a distance of 1/3 of base. Here the angle of a triangle is 90 degree. In this way we can convert triangular load into its single point load. Suppose on another beam, if another type of UVL is applied, suppose if the triangular load is applied like this. Here also let us take a simply supported beam. Carries again triangular load. Let us take here the intensity of triangular load is highest at the left end and it is minimum at the right end. Here the intensity again varies from end to end. A and B are the two supporting points for the beam. And the highest intensity of this triangular load is again W per unit length. L is the total length of a span on which triangular load is covered. Now how to convert this triangular load into its single point load? It's very simple again. First show the beam with simply supported ends. After that, convert triangular load into its single point load by calculating its area using half base into height. That is W is the highest intensity of the triangle and L is the base. So after calculating half base into height, we are getting a single point load of entire triangular load. Where it is acting? It is acting at a distance of 1/3 of base from the 90-degree angle. Remaining distance from the other end is at 2/3 of base. So wherever the angle of a triangle is 90 degree, from there the point load is located at 1/3 of base. Here base is L, 1/3 of base is L by 3. The remaining distance of this point load from the other end is 2/3 of base or 2L by 3. In this way we can convert triangular load into its single point load. There is simple difference between UDL and UVL. In case of UDL, the load is uniformly distributed on a certain length of a beam, But in case of uniformly varying load, the load intensity varies from end to end. The load intensity varies from end to end. And the fourth type of load applied on the beam is couple moment or moment of a couple. It's very simple to show the couple moment on a length of a beam. Already we studied in the last one of the video what is moment of a couple or moment. Moment of a couple is defined as the product of force into perpendicular distance. Once you convert force into perpendicular distance, that load is converted into a moment. Here M is the moment of a couple. Suppose it is acting at exactly center of the span. It may act anywhere. On the length of a beam. Either one point load or one couple moment or the next couple moment, anywhere. Let us take M1 and M2 are the two couple moments which are applied on the length of beam. You can show the couple moments like this. So these are the different type of loads applied on the beams. Hope you like the videos. Please share, give comments, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching the videos.